The agent of Brazilian winger Antony has responded to claims he could leave Manchester United this summer. Recent reports have suggested United are open to sending Antony out on loan in the hope he will revive his stuttering career and return to Old Trafford in better form and with more confidence. Much was expected of Antony, 24, when he completed a £82 million move from Ajax in 2022, but he has flattered to deceive in a Manchester United shirt. He enjoyed 2 impressive seasons at Ajax, helping the Dutch club win 2 Eredivisie titles and reach the semi-finals of the Champions League. But Antony has underwhelmed since arriving in Manchester, scoring just 11 goals and contributing just 1 in the Premier League last season. Antony's struggles have led to speculation the Brazilian will leave United on loan this summer, but his agent insists he wants to stay. "I see reports about potential exit on loan," Junior Pedroso told Fabrizio Romano. "Antony's plan is clear: Manchester United. He wants to stay, he's only focused on Man United. We already spoke about that with the club." Manchester United boss Erik Ten Hag, who also managed Antony at Ajax, admits the Brazil international struggled last season but has backed his big money signing to come good at Old Trafford. "He certainly showed that potential in the first month. He scored 3 times in his first 3 games, Ten Hag said of Antony. After that it became more difficult. Last season was not good. But I am still convinced that he has the potential to play at this club." What has Antony said about his Man United form? Antony, meanwhile, said last season was very difficult for many reasons, but remains confident he can turn his United career around. 23/24 was a very difficult season, for many reasons, he posted on Instagram at the end of the campaign. "But I suffered quietly. I took this period to reflect and seek self-knowledge. Today, at the end of another season, I can say that after everything I've been through, I feel much stronger and ready for the challenges. Football gave me everything I have. Thanks to it, I was able to help my family, change my life and open up a range of opportunities. After time, the experience will give me the tools to achieve my biggest goals, which are success, and to build my story in a world as challenging as the one we live in. I thank God, my family, our fans, my work colleagues, and the entire Manchester United staff." Who could be leaving Manchester United? Antony is not the only Manchester United player being linked with a summer move, with several of his teammates also tipped to leave Old Trafford in the coming weeks. According to reports, United bosses are open to offers for Harry Maguire, Victor Lindelof, Aaron Wan-Bissaka, Scott McTominay, Christian Eriksen, and Casemiro. The Manchester club are looking to trim Ten Hag's squad and raise funds for more signings after securing deals for Dutch forward Joshua Zirkzee and French defender Lena Euro. United have already sold Mason Greenwood, Willy Cambuala, and Donny van de Beek this summer. Erik Ten Hag has named Toby Collier as the next youngster who has earned his chance to force his way into the Manchester United first team. The 20-year-old midfielder was among the clutch of youngsters regularly named in match-day squads towards the end of the 2023-24 season, during a time when so many of the manager's regular options were ruled out with injury. Harry Amas, Louis Jackson, Habib Oguni, and Ethan Wheatley were all called upon to make up the numbers, with Collier also making the bench for the final 4 Premier League games of the season. He also travelled with the squad to Wembley for the FA Cup final victory over Manchester City, with Ten Hag seen deep in conversation with the youngster during the post-match celebrations, seen similar to those that followed the previous year's Carabao Cup win over Newcastle United, where the Dutchman had a long chat with Kobbie Mainoo. In a show of faith from Ten Hag, Collier was given the captain's armband in the second half of United's pre-season with over Rosenborg on Monday, starting in the weekend win over Rangers alongside Casemiro. Speaking after that win, Ten Hag said of Collier, "You know me, I always want to make pathways for young players, but they have to earn it," the Manchester Evening News report. He's now earned an opportunity. Today he was in the starting 11, that's something, and we see how we can progress. We saw last year with Alejandro, Garnacho and Kobbie Mainoo what can happen, so the pathway is also open for other players, and Toby is there in fourth. Mainoo and Alejandro Garnacho have become first-team stars playing under Ten Hag, with another academy graduate in Willy Cambuala also getting his chance last season before being sold to Villarreal last week. Ten Hag comments suggest Collier could be that fourth player to handed first-team opportunities under his tenure, after Garnacho, Mainoo and Cambuala. United hope to sign a new midfielder this summer with talks underway to bring in Man Utd from Paris Saint-Germain, but there could still be plenty of opportunities in the middle of the park next term. Casemiro's future remains uncertain, with United deciding against triggering their option to sign Sofian Amrabat on a permanent deal. Scott McTominay, meanwhile, is the subject of interest from Fulham and Tottenham. Antony moved from Ajax to Manchester United in the summer of 2022 for an exorbitant fee, but has yet to justify the club's huge investment. Although Ten Hag has acknowledged the Brazilian struggles, the Dutchman has refused to accept any blame for the club's decision to pay so much for him, while also insisting he can still turn his Old Trafford career around. What Ten Hag said: "The bigger picture." In 82 appearances for Manchester United so far, the Brazilian has only managed to score 8 goals, with his lack of pace and end product often called into question by critics. However, Ten Hag's comments suggest Antony will be given another chance to prove his worth amid swirling summer transfer rumours. What next for Antony? Antony has already started pre-season training with Manchester United and will be on the plane to the United States for their matches against Arsenal, Real Betis and Liverpool. Ten Hag's side will then look ahead to a Community Shield date with Manchester City on August 10th, which comes 6 days before their 2024-25 Premier League opener against Fulham. Lainery Euro has expressed his gratitude towards the Manchester United coaching team for making him feel comfortable during his debut. The teenager was impressive during Saturday's 2-0 victory against Rangers at Murrayfield Stadium. Just a mere 2 days after sealing his transfer from Lille to Old Trafford, the 18-year-old was thrust into the starting lineup for the pre-season friendly win against the Scottish heavyweights. Euro slotted alongside Johnny Evans at centre-back and clocked up 45 minutes of playtime. With Evans by his side offering experience and support, the French defender showcased his ability with confident distribution and some pinpoint passing. He also made a couple of standout defensive plays that contributed to United's clean sheet. Despite the usual disclaimers about pre-season fixtures, Euro's debut was deemed as promising by Manchester United. Having only trained with the squad for the first time on Friday, he relished the chance to play and appreciated the warm welcome and assistance from both his teammates and the coaching staff. Euro said, via the Manchester Evening News, "Yes, of course, my teammates helped me a lot and the staff made me feel comfortable on the pitch. We are together, so for me, it is very good." Euro was the centre of attention before the match after news broke on Saturday morning that he was part of the 26-man squad heading to Edinburgh. On his first game after signing for a fee